This video is about Mixamo. It's a tool that will help you speed up your prototyping with the help of free rigged model and also a huge list of animation. I've personally used this in the past to set up a production pipeline with my artists, not really knowing how to set up their animation on their 3D model and also which format to use, so that was really helpful to guide them in that. And yes, it's been a while. No, we don't have to talk about it. But I can say that during the time I was gone, I was able to work on a mobile course that is currently now on Udemy, so if you wish to check it out, the link will be in the description down below with, of course, a coupon that is gonna strip pretty much the price by a lot. More info on this right now. If you wish, you can also skip to the content, so just look at the bar below. Yeah, let's get started.
Are you looking to create a new mobile game? Would you like to go through all the cycles of development? Then if so, I've got the perfect solution for you. Come join me on Udemy and we're going to make this game over here. It's a game that we've never made in the past. Come create this game with me. It's the Subway Skater. This way around, the code has been put in such a way that it's all small module, then you can add on top of it. It's something you can scale up. Actually, it doesn't have as much bug as the last one. I don't think there's any bug at the moment, but hey, I could be wrong. And also we're using new technologies from Unity 2019 and also Unity 2020. So things such as Cinemachine, a shader graph, the new rendering pipeline, the new input system. The list is in the Udemy class. You can look at that there. But no, really, it would mean a lot to me if you went and you have a look at the class. It's a way for me to make a little bit of money while I'm doing the YouTube stuff and also the Udemy stuff. So it's much appreciated, and if you decide to enroll the class, a rating over there would help me tremendously. Are you gonna join me on Udemy, boy? Yeah? Wanna go for a walk?
So this is it right here. This is Mixamo. It is a software, or you could say a platform, that was made back in 2008, and the whole purpose of this was to, initially it was just to rig character automatically, so we had a script that just put proper bone at proper places using machine learning. But then it became more of a cloud platform in which you can host some characters and also animation. So over here, just by clicking on character on their website, I'll have access to a bunch of different characters that technically have been rigged automatically. And we also have the signature character, which is the Y bot, and also the X bot is somewhere in there. So all these characters are for you to use actually, and we can apply animation to them. Those animations are found on the second tab, which is the character animation. And here you'll find a bunch of examples of animation. What we'll do today is we'll go through a whole flow of actually downloading something from here, putting it inside of Unity, and triggering those animation so we can get a nice prototype working. So before we do anything, we have to sign up. This is now a Adobe product, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign in with Google. Once I'm logged in, the same screen will appear, but this time I'll be able to actually download something. And the first thing we'll need is a character. Now I went through all of these, not all of these, but most of these, and I tried to download them with their texture on it. But what ended up happening, and I don't know if I'm the only one that has this, but I'm actually not getting any texture out of them. It's always a blank image. And I'll give you an example here. I'll go ahead and I'll download this one. You see there's color on here, there's material. And then you can also download the Y-bot. Thus far, the Y-bot and the X-bot are the only one that I found with color. And do note that when I download these, I ask it to be a FBX for Unity. I want it to be in T-pose, and then I hit download. Now in my folder, I have the Archer and I also have the Y-bot. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this because I already downloaded the rest. And if I am just to boot it up in Unity over here, I have my Archer. If I drop him right here, I do not have any texture with this guy. For some reason, I can't get any color out of him. I do, however, have materials, as you can see. So I have material, body material. You can find it here as well. But no colors and no texture attached to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one and instead use either the Y-bot or the X-bot. The Y-bot is this one and the X-bot would be the red one. Now I really like these because you get to see the animation, how they look like, and you know that it's a prototype. You know that this is not the final character for your game, for example. Now going into this one, you're gonna realize that they do have material, but it's just color, so no need to have texture in here. Now looking into this model, you'll find out that we have skin mesh on this. So the skin mesh means it's going to be affected by bones. So if I am to actually take the leg, for example here, or take the spline, when I move this around, you see that the skin mesh is being triggered, so something is going on there. And this is the basic of the animation, so when I rotate the bone, the rest of the body actually follows because it is a skin mesh. So you can expect that as soon as we run some animation on this, what we're actually doing is moving these components, we're moving these body parts. That's what we're doing when we are putting an animation on this, basically. And then the animation will make it so this looks like it moves. Now importing the model for this guy was quite easy. It's time to go and get some animation at this point. We are going to need something for running purpose. So I'm going to go here and type in run, see if we can get any decent animation out of this. What's really cool is that you can preview it as well. So this animation is running with the cargo crate. This is the Naruto run, which could be quite funny in our case, so might as well use that. So I'll be using the Naruto run. Now, one thing that you'll need for Unity is that you'll need to not have this person move in the space. And you can actually do that by checking in this box, which means in place. Now, all of these frames are going to be running without changing the root motion. And what is quite cool with that is that you get to actually play with the settings here, and that will modify the animation. For example, the speed at which this person runs, let's do 50. Character arm space, which means you can run like this if you wish. And this is different on different animations. So for example, this one has auto tweaking behavior. You can change the style, so you can run like this if you wish. Character arm space was there again. There's different settings on different animations, so it's quite cool. For this one, I'll just keep it with the default setting, and I'll hit download. So I'm going to be looking to import this on Unity, but not with a skin. And that basically means, are we re-importing the model again, or are we just grabbing the animation information? So in this case, I will be grabbing only the animation information, so I'm not grabbing the whole skin, not grabbing the whole model with me. And I'll be going for 30 frames a second, and I do not need keyframe reduction. So let's go ahead and hit download. And it will automatically name itself as the name of the model we use for the preview, and also the name of the animation. So I'm going to hit save. And let's find this in our project. So right here, we have the Ybot, and we also have the Ybot with the run. If I am to drop this in the scene, you're going to realize that there is nothing, so there is no skin. As we mentioned earlier, since we did not grab the skin with us, we are not going to see anything, but do realize that the information of the hips and the information of everything else, like the leg, they're all in here and they are all required to make the animation work. Now, in order to animate this, I don't need to leave it in here. I can actually delete it from the scene completely. And what I'll need to do is actually start playing around with the animator. So I'm going to go ahead and create myself a new animator for this Ybot. Now, under the same folder, I'll go ahead and I'll create myself a animator controller. I'll call it the Ybot. And I'll go ahead and I'll just drag and drop that in here. Now, the scope of the tutorial is not about the state machine, so I'll quickly create one, create a new state. This one is going to be the run, and we'll have to grab the same animation as we had earlier. So this one over here under Ybot run. I can't just drag and drop it right here because that's a 3D model. Well, it's not a 3D model. It's a FBX that contains more than just the animation information. So if we'd like to actually see it, we can go and click on the little drop down here and grab the run animation inside of it. Then that will act as the animation. Now what's going to happen is that we enter, so we enter the game, and then we're going to go straight to a running state. So if I'm to press play on this, we should have a preview of the Naruto run directly in our game. And there it is. So we're currently in game, and we're stuck in this pose because the animation we've got, it played once, but it is not looping. So to fix that, I'll go back on my animation, the run animation, and I'll make sure there is a loop time. So over here, actually on my FBX, I'll go over to the animation, and here I'll choose a loop time, hit apply, and from that point on, we should have a looping Naruto run. And there we go. So we can play our game looking like this now if you wish. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spend a little bit of time just to get some more animation in there. I'm gonna go grab a idle animation and also a run animation. And I already got run. A jump animation, just so we can have a full flow with this character. This jump right here is the same one I used for the Subway Skater course, so I'll be applying it to the bot at the moment. So same thing as before, just download, put it in the folder, and then it should be ready to use already. So here we go, we have a full flow with a idle, with a running, and with also a jumping state. Now, about the environment, if you wish to get this environment, it's an asset pack that looks really great. That was on the asset store called the Fantasy Adventure Environment. So I went ahead and I got that because I thought it looked quite cool. So if you're interested in that, description down below. And if you have any question, make sure you drop them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon.